What's going on, everybody? GG80 back with another stream here. We're gonna keep going on Silverrun Forest. I think it's like the 5th stream. We're making some good headway. We're getting some trees cleared out. We got the grass cut, and then we subsoiled so we could actually plant grass crop. So that's good. That should give us a higher yield. So really, there's nothing else to say. Let's just get after it. So, did I drive the truck up here last time? I did. Kind of keep it somewhat realistic. Kind of leaving this as the house area. We got the storage shed down the hill. We'll wind up putting sheep and chickens up here. So that's cool. But for now, we'll just be driving down to the shed to get to work. I'm pretty sure I put everything away last time. Oh, watch out, deer. Don't want to hit the deer. So we get down here. The first thing I want to do is get this grass planted. I think I've decided to get rid of the rocks everywhere. It's not the most, what am I trying to say? The most efficient task to be doing time-wise, but it's the right thing to do. We don't have a rock picker, but that's not a big deal. I do have a modded rock picker that I love to use because it makes pretty quick work. And it'll just be another realistic chore that we have to do when we get the rocks up in the tree field as well. So we're going to continue on with that. Actually, let's go look at the field. And the truck's a much faster way to go. So it's all subsoiled. And I shouldn't be driving this fast. It's subsoiled. We need to rock pick it, fertilize it, plant the grass. Then we'll have to come back and fertilize it one more time before we cut it. The first time we cut it's probably going to be February or March. So we'll just plant the grass in here. And I'm going to get those rocks up. Just seems like the appropriate thing to do. It's going to take a minute and it's going to cause a headache on the back end to get rid of the rocks, but it's part of the game. I could turn rocks off, but realistically, when you farm, you have rocks. You got to get rid of them. So we can plant grass in November. That's fine. We probably won't cut it. I'm shooting for every 3 months. So if we cut it in March, April, May, so if I cut it in March, I could cut it as soon as May, but you get 50% more in June. So if you the 2-month cut versus a 3-month cut, people have done tests. You get the same amount of grass for 50% less work. So let's say, just weird numbers. Let's say general numbers. Say I got 50,000 liters of grass off of a given field. Cutting it after 2 months, I'll get 75 after 3 months. So you still get the same yield, but less work, obviously, if you're cutting every 2 months versus every 3 months versus every 2 months. That makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. So March cut, June, September, December, and then the sell date is typically in December or January. So if it is December, then this cut will go for the next year. So we'll get March, June, September, and then we'll cut in December for the next year's sale. Then March, yeah, we'll just keep the cycle going. March, June, September, and December. If it's even worth cutting in December, we'll see. Good 3 cuts. Whereas you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cuts. So we'll go with the 3 every 3 months. March, June, September, December if it's worth it. Or maybe we cut it in December and it's not worth it in March because I'm not sure if it continues the growing cycle through the winter months. All things we'll find out. So that's the plan for now. So I'm going to want to get a rock picker to get these rocks up. And I'll probably wind up rock picking the tree area as well. I'm definitely going to have to go in and bust up the boulders and get rid of those. So that's going to have some rock removal anyway. We're going to cut this guy off. Yeah, too slow. So we'll get over here. We will buy a rock picker. I don't think it's super expensive. And then we'll just find a convenient spot, probably somewhere in the tree field, to just start building a massive rock pile. Park this in front of the baler. Don't really need it for a minute. I would love to get a silage pit, but for now we just don't have the room. Now I'll drop this back next to the fence. All right, and rock picker. It's not going to be under that. It's going to be here, stone pickers. So I don't have my modded stone picker on here. Well, that sucks. It's similar to this Elho here, but it's wider. It's a small field. We'll go ahead and lease this one to do it, and I'll make sure I get the modded stone picker on the series before we do the big field. How about that? Not a big deal. It's not worth restarting Farm Sim. I just want to get these rocks out of this field. Oi! Ha! Okie dokie. Get this hooked up. We can get some tunes rocking too. There you go. I'm going to turn that down just a hair on my side. All right. Hopefully this isn't something I regret having done, but it will be what it is. We're up to 136,000. Took a pretty good hit when we bought everything that we needed to buy to plant the grass field, but still going to be worth it. So I'm going to unfold this. I just hope it doesn't fill up like so stupid fast I have to make 6 trips over to empty it. I'm definitely not going to drive all the way up to the stone crusher to empty it now. I'll do all the rock transport at once, hopefully. Well, I guess it would help if I lowered it. Yeah, the modded version is about 3 times as wide. And I would have bought it, but it wasn't worth buying this one knowing that I'm going to buy the modded version. So I'll just make a couple laps around the outside, and then I'll set it up on the GPS guided Be a lot easier for doing this efficiently, hopefully. Just 5% full so far, so we may wind up having to unload it 3 or 4 times. You know what? I don't own that grass field yet. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll dump it in the edge of the tree field. Maybe next to the lake. Oh, tight turn, tight turn. Super tight. No train, please. No train. I think I just saw the train come a few minutes ago. Are we gonna make it? Ah, barely. Oh, it was coming. I guess I could have looked at the map and I would have known, but that would require too much forethought. Hey, might want to go water next time. Definitely a time-consuming chore, and would it really matter on this grass field? I believe the answer is no. I don't think it would have caused any additional wear on my mower or my baler, but I'm doing it anyway. So there's that. I'll do one more lap around. We can turn pretty tight with this, so I don't need a huge amount of space. Plus, really it's just the fence side here. I'll wind up running long ways up and down. So maybe I'll just make a couple more passes down here. It's the only place that's going to be a tight to turn around. This can be tricky to back up with it being so short, but we got it. That should be enough room to turn around. So I'm going to go ahead and set up. We'll auto width it to this implement. We'll turn it on. Everything else is on. We'll go on an A heading, set the heading, and we'll run it on cardinal direction. And that's set up. All right. We're gonna run this direction. Once we clean up does seem to be a little odd. That'll work. With something like this, it really doesn't matter what direction you're going in, as long as you maintain the same direction after you start, you'll get everything. Then you have the added benefit of being able to skip a line so that you don't have to turn quite as tight like this. Using the alignment, skip this lane, go to that lane, and I know that the alignment will allow me to perfectly catch the gap in the middle, just like I was doing with the subsoiler. Just makes it a little easier. So now this pass should put us clean on this edge, top to bottom. And then I'll probably skip over and do the same thing on the other side so that there's not a lot of craziness to try and cover the edges. There you go. Perfect. Perfectly on line. 37% full. Yeah, it may be 4 or 5 trips to empty it. Oh, is it going to catch that little bit? Oh, nope, it did not. Does it matter? Probably not. Am I going to do it anyway? You betcha. Grab that little bit and back on track. Good thing is it moves pretty slow, so you're not going to get like the death wobble when it tries to get back on track. Alright. Lift that up. I'll go clean up the other end, and then it'll be smooth sailing after that. There you go. 3 or 4 shorter passes on. Oh, I guess it would help if I dropped the, lowered the stone picker arm. Yeah. All right, try that again. Oh, what do you know? It works. What do you know? Love cake. My first ever concert. This was a light amount of rocks. They're small and they're spread out, so it won't fill up the rock picker as bad as some other fields would. Helps a little too to drive out further than you need to, as far as you can, to get turned around and lined up before you take off down the next row. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, that put me straight in the fence. Not my fence. Do I care? Not so much. It'll be alright. They'll send me a bill. See if we lift the arm. It'll help us get some speed going. Definitely starting to think that the next upgrade needs to be a more powerful, faster tractor. All right. Just about got this other side cleaned up. And then we can attack the middle. Oh, come on. That'll work. Sure, why not? Such a small area anyway. %. It's tough to say how much of the field we've actually covered with it being angled like this. I mean, it's a slow process, and then the other time Killer is trying to get it emptied. I'm tempted to put it on a worker, but I really don't want to do that. With all the back and forth emptying I'd have to do. If it was a plowing, or if I were plowing or subsoiling, or even seeding, we'll have the worker do the seeding over here, I think. I'll do the outside edges and then let the worker go. And we can get back to cutting trees, because we're probably 60% done clearing the trees out in the track where I want to plant a tree farm, I guess, as it were. So oh, bad time to grab my drink. Oh man. Oh. Quickly. All right, we got it. There you go. See if we can get a count on percentage per pass. Alright, so we're going to finish this pass right at 70. 5%. Because all the passes that are left should be about the same distance. I think the field directly across the street here would be good for grass as well, especially if I can delete out that fence that's next to the road. That could make it a bit of a pain, but aside from that, oh, haha, made it. Oh no, back to this one. Hopefully we'll be all right there. Might take a little bit of cleanup, and about 5% on that pass. So that's weird. Let me try something really quick. Ah, fixed. All right. Just noticed something on my overlay that wasn't working right. Fixed it. No big deal. Might have a little bit of cleanup to do at the end. It looks like some of my ends got a little wobbled. Oh, we filled up. I was wondering why I missed the end of that last row. Alright, we'll just head on over to the field, to the tree field. It may only be one time we have to dump. Or 2 times, and then at the end. Turn that off for the moment. Find a good spot that's kind of out of the way. It's not going to be a massive pile of rocks, but I don't want something I have to dodge constantly. Guess it would help if I stayed on my side of the road. I'll wind up having a front end loader with a bucket and a trailer to take all of the rocks to the rock crusher. Hopefully just get like a massive, like get a trailer for the semi and use that. That'd be the best, like a tipper trailer. This gonna be out of the way enough? Yeah, we'll put them in front of, actually a level spot would be best for having to reload. Alright, let's see if we can find somewhere suitable. How about up in here? Don't want it to be anywhere I'm going to be dropping any trees either. I'll do it right here. Just create a rock pile. Like I said, it's not going to be massive yet. When I go to clear these rocks, it'll probably be a bit of a pile. And these boulders we have to bust up and then pick up, so that'll be a bit of a chore as well. We might get away with dumping one more time and then a little bit at the end. I could even return it with the rocks that are in it, but that's not very very nice. Just making it somebody else's problem. Have we done half? Maybe barely, but it'll be what it is. There you go. Back at it. Yeah, maybe we've done half. Maybe we finished it without having to empty it again. Had some things on the wrong layer. Got it fixed though. Yeah, it's better. I was wondering why it wasn't showing up. The little listing who the latest follower was, I had it under that overlay, so it would never show. Definitely over 50% now. We've got 15% in the picker. I'm starting to feel more and more like we'll get it finished without having to empty it again. And this will go a lot faster when I get the bigger picker. Like I said, it's easily double this width. Oh, well, that didn't exactly go as planned. I have two buttons side by side. One is turn the guidance on and off, and the other one is change the direction by 90 degrees. Not great if you hit the wrong one. There are definitely worse ways to spend a Saturday afternoon. Good times. If it catches, yeah, looks like you got it. 32% in the picker. We're talking 5, 10, 15, 20, 40. My best guess is we end with 75 to 80% in the picker. Nice. Definitely the GPS guided steering is a mod well worth the time to go get out of Mod Hub and set up when you want to use it for something like this. So once we get done with this, I'll fertilize it, and then I'll do a row, like a couple laps around the outside, and then get the edges cleaned up, and then let the worker seed it. We'll have to double check after to make sure it didn't miss any weird spots, but it's not the end of the world. The worst thing that can happen is if the worker has like a little strip between each row, because then you really haven't saved any time if you have to go back behind it for every row. This is a modded map, and I have not used workers on it yet, so this would be a good time to find out. I do think this is going faster than the subsoil Undead. I don't know if it's because it's wider or a little faster, or maybe a little bit of both. But it just doesn't seem to be taking as long as the subsoil Undead. And I have to remember to put the cedar on grass before I do it. I can't tell you how many times I've planted the wrong crop or put a crop where I intended to put grass. It's so bad. To catch that far edge. Nope. Alright, we'll fix it. Grab that little piece too where it stopped picking when it filled up. No problems. Gonna catch that on the right. No. Best to get it while you're here. You don't forget about it. And you're already here. Just a small little deviation. Ah. There you go. Back on track. Just a few more passes. Fertilizing will go super fast because the spreader that I bought, it's a mod spreader. It does 42 meters wide. Really makes a quick job out of fertilizing. And lime too, but lime goes so fast. Might put in a lime production to drop all these rocks off at. If we have the money. That way we have a close lime supply. Be really nice to buy the field across the street, and you get that little patch of land on the other side of the tracks and drop a lime production there. Yeah. Won't be adding too many productions to this map. Probably a lime production. We're gonna add cows, sheep, and although they're not really productions, but we'll add cows, sheep, and chickens just because I like doing those. And we have to put in the iron furnace to convert the ore into metal for the productions that are based on this map. Yep, we're going to wind up about 75 or 80. That's good. We only had to dump it twice. Happy with that. All right. This will be it. I think we picked up all of the missed spots as we went, so we can get the tree harvester back out, get busy. There goes the train. Yeah, this little patch of land here on the left on the other side of the tracks could be a good spot for a lime production, since we need to get rid of the rocks anyway and prevent me from having to drive all the way up on top of the mountain to the rock crusher. And it'll make it easier if I need to lime my crop field. It'll be wheat for wheat that I'll grow for the chickens, and I'll also have the straw for the cows. So I have silage, I have grass for the silage and the hay. I have a wheat crop or a barley crop that'll give me the straw that I need. The wheat will feed the chickens, and I'll have plenty of grass for the sheep. So that'll cover all of my food needs for animals. The eggs just sell really well. I like doing the cows, and we need the wool from the sheep for the animal toy production. Apparently there's like a wool string on a cat toy, so works for me. Really want to get the hillside over there cleared off, see how much of it's going to be usable for a proper tree farm. All right, let's try and get this all in one consolidated pile. Should be good there. You can get this returned. Gotta buy a bag of fertilizer as well. Have I checked the sale page, by the way, for tractors? Yeah, no tractors. Okay. We go into each month, I need to make sure I check the sale page. I'd hate to miss a good deal on a better tractor. Potentially a Massey Ferguson. I'm a fan. I mean, I'm okay with any of them. The JCBs, the cases. that there. Okay, I am ridiculously low on fuel. So let's take care of that. And it needs repairs badly, which could be contributing to it being slower. Alright, full of fuel. Two things here. First, I'm going to buy some fertilizer. Like I said, with this spreader, it does really well with fertilizer and lime. So if I buy, first of all, let's return the stone picker. That's done. Yes. Don't want to run into another hour and get a hourly fee, hopefully. Go to our objects, go to our big bags, 1 bag of fertilizer. I'll get 2. I don't need it, but I'll get it. Okay. And I typically keep 2 of these spreaders so that I don't have to empty out the fertilizer or the lime. And just for visual cue, there's 2 colors for this spreader. This one's silver. You can also paint it red, I think for free. And I just put the fertilizer in a red one and the lime in the silver one, so they're easy to pick out without having to attach to it to see what's in it. So we're going to pull over here. Dirty too. Filthy tractor. Okay, we'll do the repairs. Oh, yeah, that's the repairs for the tractor. And then I'm going to go to this and customize and change the main color to red. And then customize. It doesn't cost anything. So now I know in the future when I get another one for lime, it'll be silver. Oh, I forgot it drops whatever you have when you go into repair. So we're good on fuel and repairs for this. All right. This is so wide, it's really not going to be necessary to use the guided. So I'm not going to bother with setting that up for this. I may waste a little bit, but the fertilizer usage is really good. It's the lime that's ridiculous. Got it set to 42 meters to the widest. I do like to back up super wide though, so I can see what's going on. Looks good. So once we go around the outside, it's only going to be a couple passes in the middle, probably. Then we'll come back next month for sure and fertilize it. When the grass is still low, you'll just barely have any grass on the field at all, and we'll get the second application on it. And then when you cut the grass, it gets left with a single application, I guess, from clippings or whatever, but you only have to fertilize it once to get full fertilizer between cuts. Yeah, I think one bag would have done it fine, but we'll be using it, so I'm not concerned with having bought the extra bag. At least we know we have enough to. Oh, a little too fat at the end. We have plenty of fertilizer for the second round too, so. Let's check this out really quick. Nope, we're good. Fertilizer's done. Double check the map, but you can tell by the ground cover that it's done. It says it needs lime. I'm not going to worry about that for grass. No weeds. Says there's a little mist spot right there. I didn't see that. And no stones. That's aggravating. Could just be a glitch, but it says there's a little piece over here that's not fertilized. What? This thing's tripping, man. For some reason, it's got this one little spot. Oh well, they'll just have to be there. Good, good together. Get this parked, start seeding, and then once I get it blocked out, let the worker go after it. It's currently 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The worker takes too long. I may have to go grab it and finish. Looks like I'm going to need another shed. don't knock it over. I'm not sure if this thing can hold an entire bag of seed or not, so we'll just start with one. I want to say it holds 600 liters of seed. Big old bag. Oh, there it is. That's 1,000 liters. Pretty sure that 600 is the limit for this cedar. Yep, something happened down the road. Yep, it'll only hold 600. Go ahead and set this to grass before I forget. There you go. Same as when I was doing the rock picking. I'll do a couple laps around the outside, or a lap around the outside, a couple laps at the fence end. Clean up the side so it's good and straight, and then let the worker go after it. Snoop. Your auto width, and it should work. Oh, it's lined up. Nice. Perfect. Tight spot. Just make sure we get every little bit. Do one more pass up. Yes, that way to you. And catch this one I skipped in the middle. Clean up the corners. Who needs brakes when you can just hit the fence and stop? All right. Luckily, you only have to plant the grass one time, so that's good. So far, I've used 80 liters. We may wind up having to go back and get more of the seed that we left at the store, but that's fine. I'll just let the worker go until it runs out of seed, and then we notice it stop before it's done. We'll just fill it up. No big deal. I definitely want to get this planted in this in-game day. So hopefully it doesn't take forever. Could always slow down the time scale if I absolutely have to. Huh, I almost couldn't tell a texture difference there. Also just realized too that earlier I said this is a modded map. It's not a modded map. It's the Platinum expansion map, so the worker should do just fine on it. I don't know what made me think I was on a modded map. And then back that time scale down just to real time. Make sure we have plenty of time to get this done in this in-game day. This just about takes care of the right side. It's the bigger of the two sides to straighten up, so not bad. Alright, we'll double check the map before we go to the other side, make sure I didn't miss any little bits. And then the other side should only be 2 or 3 passes, I think. Alright. So go to the grass. Yeah, it's clean. So I'll just come take this down, clean that up, off to the worker. The worker shouldn't have too hard of a time with the curve at the top, because I did one, cedar width. I learned the hard way that a worker will not work if you have the GPS navigation turned on. Actually, I'm going to turn it back on for a second, though. Get me lined up properly with the first row. Alright, turn that over to the worker. We're a little over halfway on the seed right now. I'm going to take a quick 30-second break, and we'll let the worker keep going just to see if they're going to do what they're supposed to do, hopefully. But I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Whew, man, my eyeballs are floating for a second. So, looks like the worker's not having any trouble. Double check the map. Everything looks good. He's got this block to do in the middle. We can go start cutting down trees and taking them to the mill. What we won't be able to do is clear the land from where I just cut the trees until we get the tractor back, because I only have one tractor at the moment. So yeah, start cutting down trees and making some more money. We'll get the tree harvester, get it over next to the lake. So we can cut them down, process them, and take them to the mill. I just can't clean up the area afterwards, but you know, do all that at once. No big deal. Just have to keep an eye on the little wheel on the map that is the worker, because it'll let us know when it's done or when it runs out of seed. Not a big deal. Which way's going to be quicker? We'll go this way. work our way up the lake. Couple deadwoods over here I need to make sure to cut down. Don't think there's any deadwoods left in the area that I'm headed to. We still have quite a few trees to take down, but we're starting to get there. I don't know that I've ever paid attention to the leaves on the trees changing color at the time of year. Cool. I dig it. So, yeah, the creek is the line. Looks like I left the last batch unsubsoiled where I cut down trees, so this could get a little hairy, but I'll figure it out. I think I'll drag them out sideways. That's right, this is the area where I'm gonna angle, so I have to kind of manually align each. One deadwood in there. This one is not wanting to act right. Is it because yep, I was dragging it. We're still on 12 meter. Try and stay on top of the hill as much as possible. All right. This guy. Alright, any more deadwoods? Don't see any. Am I even getting to there? Technically, yes. That was a deadwood, right? Yep. I won't get to that deadwood. Alright, that one's done. I'll take those down. Alright. Suppose I can take that one down. This one's a little small. Stop rolling. Alright. That should do it. Oh, that one won't cut. Too big. Yeah, this working on this hill is making it kind of slow going. Then a stump I would normally easily be able to roll over, stopping me. These logs are just going everywhere. Oh well, they'll pick up just the same. The beauties of auto load. Yeah, this is why I will likely not plant over here. It just makes it a super pain in the butt to get to. Matter of fact, I probably will clean up that edge and not even bother to subsoil it. Doesn't want to pick it up. That'll work. Just hold on to it. Nice. Saved. That was more difficult than it needed to be. Really starting to feel like these trees can just stay. But I want to make it look nice too. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of some of these little ones I'm not going to bother with. They're just not worth it. Alright. This one that I'm about to cut down might not be worth it, but fine. Looks like the worker is still going pretty good. I have a feeling it's going to stop and we're going to need to get more seed. But kind of knew that was going to happen anyway. Oh. Still have that doggone stump in the middle too. Oi! That's not good. Will it fall off? Yes. Alright, let's get the this guy's down 95 liters. We'll get to the end of the row and we'll take over and go fill it back up. We have another 400 liters at the shop, and that should be, I would think, enough. Yeah, because it's used 500-ish. It'll have 500 left over. So it'll be enough. We won't have to buy more. We'll just take back over. As soon as it lifts up. All right. Doing a pretty good job, though. Can't complain. I find with the AI workers, where you lose the efficiency is in turning around. I mean, they do like 5-point turns. But, you know, you're not standing there babysitting it either, so that's good. It'll all be worth it when we go to cut more grass. Alright, that's the worker. Back at it. Are we getting some wheel slip? Looks like it is. Maybe not. It's getting it done. Go pick up this mess of logs that I've made. it won't be a full load, so probably no need to go over to the mill yet. Try and drive up in the middle of them. Do as many as we can. Yeah, it's about a half a load, if that. Alright. While we're kind of waiting for the grass field to do its thing, I'm going to do a little bit of Google action on the side really quick and see why I can't get that stump up. Let's see. Um, hmm. Hmm. So people with similar issues, but um, no solutions really. All right. Somebody said that sometimes the hitbox for it can hover above it. But that's not the case here. Hmm. No way for me to interact. I can walk straight through it. Can't interact with it at all. Don't know exactly how to handle this because I can drive through it. I can walk. It's like it's not there, but it won't. Let's do a save really quick before I do something I'm going to regret. And then I'm going to try and use a landscape tool to remove some of the dirt around it or demolish isn't going to do anything. If I it's down in there deep. It's going to drop me in the hole as soon as I look at that. Huh. Now to fix the ground. Alright, see if I can sufficiently fix the ground. You back up some more. Well, there you go. That's what you do if you run into that. Go back to landscaping. And first, let's just try to raise it. Now let's try and level it out. That actually looks pretty good to me. Oh yeah. And we should be able to subsoil right over that. And we're back to where we started. So that'll be good. Alright. Well, that's one problem fixed. I think I'm going to want to use the winch when I cut this one down to pull it out, because I don't want to drive the truck in there. So I've got 1, 2, we're not going to take this guy to the mill. This guy I think is over the stream. He is. So I've got 1, 2, 2 more trees to take down with the harvester. Then I'll cut down the big guy, but winch it out with the tractor and the winch. If I didn't get rid of it, did I? I shouldn't have. What is that under forestry equipment? Yeah, I still have it up next to the house. Because I don't want to drive the truck in here to pick up the logs. And the tree harvester can't carry it. So if you find a stump that you can't interact with, try and dig down and see if the hitbox is way underground. The hitbox being the point that you can interact with it. Line up properly. Nope. Alright, back up the arm. Raise the head. Try and drive into it. Oh, nope. There you go. Just try and drag it up on top of the hill instead of dealing with cutting it on a hill. It's going to be slow going either way. This better spot to land the tree. All right. All right, it's the last tree for the hill part, except for the big guy we got to cut down by hand and winch out. Go back up the arm, raise the head, back up the arm some more, extend. There we go, drop, cut, lift. And the worker in the field should be getting close. Once the grass field's done, we'll go into November. We can put another application of fertilizer on the field and start cleaning up this area. I'd love to get this big tree out and this area finished before we call it a stream. Be honest with you. We're probably going to pick up these logs, take them to the mill. All right. Nothing like a Mac. Call that a load. It's not really a load, but we'll get it cleared out. Is there a train coming? Yeah, but it's going to be a minute. My logs have gotten angry. $26,000 gives us just shy of 150. In the event maybe some tractor is on sale in December. Looks like we've got a little more time before the grass field's done. Suppose I could go finish it off myself. It's almost done. Looking at 5 or 6 passes, not bad. Brand new grass field. I have to go back and look at the old VOD and see how many bales we got off of it, because I'm sure we're going to get more. With it being an actual grass crop and it can be fertilized, Should have a much better yield. Is that getting all of it? Looks like it. Good stuff. Alright, this is it. The grass field is done, finally, but properly. We subsoiled it, we rock picked it. It's already got 1 dose of fertilizer. As soon as we get into December, we can reapply the second, or apply the second application. There you go. Alright. Turn that off. Back to the barn. I'm going to drop this off at the shed, or at the yard. We're out of shed space. Drop this off at the yard, and I'm going to take the tractor up to the house to progress into December so I can bring back the winch. Alright, head on up to the house. I don't know why I'm driving out to the road when I'm going to cut through here. Got the winch. Progressing to December. We'll go 9. Since it's winter, it's still going to be kind of dark, probably at 9. Nope. It's pretty good in daylight. Oh. I'm going to drop the winch over here. And then I'll go get the fertilizer. And get the fertilizer on the grass again. Oh, knocked it over. Flip that back right side up. Be alright. No big deal. So we should have just a stubble of grass almost. Should still be able to see the dirt enough to know where we've got fertilizer and where we don't. I didn't check, but yeah, we don't have any open spots where we didn't get grass. It's a little tough to see. Let's make sure it's actually taken. It's not taken. Is that saying it's already fertilized twice? It is. Maybe because we plowed up the grass? Yes. Plowing that grass must have given us a single application of fertilizer. There's no point in putting fertilizer down. It's just wasting. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Saves that little bit of time. Alright, so we'll head over here and get the winch. We'll cut down the tree and then drag it to a good spot to pick up with the truck. Cut down the big boy and then clean up the area on the hill. Really get a good look at what it's going to look like in terms of grade and where we want to plant trees or not plant trees to make it easier to harvest the trees. Oh, it'll pick it up. Ha! There you go. Alright, I'm going to fell the tree in the opposite direction. Should make it a little easier to drag out, hopefully. Get this in a good spot where it can dig a little. That'll work. I'll drop this tree this direction. That'll work. Get rid of the stump. Oh, don't roll too far. Come on, stop. 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 Alright, see if we can successfully get this pulled out, because I have no way I'm driving that truck down here to get the log. Where's the end of it? Way over there. Kept rolling on me. Alright, so go up to the winch, R to pull the winch rope. And then attach it. Oh. B to attach the rope to the tree. And then I think it's, let's say, Control K. There you go. That'll get it winched up to us. I probably could have gotten the semi down in there. Didn't want to chance it though. I don't want to get caught on that stump. It's going to anyway. Ah. Well, didn't mean to do that, but it may actually help me. There you go. Get on out here. All right. And then it's Y to let it go. And there you have it. Actually, I'll start at the fat end. Nothing over 12. Oh, okay. That worked. Get it picked up. I can take the winch back to the shed, pick up the subsoiler, and try to start cleaning that side up. Pretty sure there's going to be a ton of stumps over there. All right. I'm going to take this back to the shed and park it as well. We won't be doing any more cutting in this stream. I've always kind of been a stickler about putting stuff away. Now, if I were in a field that were far away from the shed, I'd probably leave the truck and the tree harvester there, but that's not the case here. Go ahead and move the time scale back up because I'm not in a time crunch like I was in the last month. Just put the winch next to the fence as well. In the next stream or two, we're going to need to add another shed. Then I guess I can park the equipment along the road or dead center between the two sheds. These things that are fixed to the tractor, I'll probably be able to put 2 of them in a bay because they're easier to control. Alright, so we're going to go clean up the hill part, get rid of some stumps. And that will most likely be it for this stream. I need to allow create fields. And I'll work from the top down. So I'm not trying to climb a hill under the load of the subsoiler. So I'll be probably doing quite a few loops. Try and even out this hump a little. It'll let me. I'll definitely be planting trees through here. Just a little. Like that. Alright. Also need to grab a couple little spots that I missed before. And try to subsoil the spot where I had to get the tree stump out. It should subsoil no problem, let's hope. Yep. Awesome. Oh, almost missed that one. Alright, to the top of the hill. Love to get rid of that shrub. Go on. Blend it. Perfect. Alright. Gonna hit that stump. Oh. Alright. That's the tricky part done. Now I just gotta get everything in the middle. See how bad it is trying to go uphill. Maybe best to work in a left to right kind of direction. Don't leave a gap. Nice. This is where it could get really slow. Doesn't seem that bad, actually. Oh. We hit the spot. That's the bog down. Oi, the rock never helps. Wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. This rock will give us trouble. Not so much. Not bad. Try it again. It's going to make so much of a difference, though, when I plant more trees here to be able to see what's up, where the stumps are, where they should be. The trees will be in a row, which would be nice. No dead woods. I think I'm going to grow all spruce here, because the mill doesn't care. Either spruce or pine. Trying to do some research and see which one yields better. I think they both take 2 full years to mature. But this is just the first step in it. And it's probably more than I need to be doing, I'll admit that, but I like things neat and clean. I can get caught. Nope. Rode right over it. About 50% of the time you get lucky on a stump. Ooh. Oh, didn't get lucky there. Or there. As soon as I made that 50% of the time lucky comment, I get snagged on every stump now. Come on, dig. Oh, speaking of which, stop right here. See if there's a tractor in the sale. No. Oh well, wishful thinking. I mean, this one's getting it done. It's just painful at times. That one's definitely gonna snag. Yep. Just about got it. Probably not the best idea to go in reverse downhill, but almost got away with it. Ooh, go hop. Alright. Stump time. Let's hope I don't have any more buried. Have any out here? Don't think so. I know I had one down here and a few still in the unsubsoiled part. I think it started about here. All right, that might have been all of it for that area as far as in the weeds. Oh. Yeah, you can really see how steep this part is now. That's why I was struggling so hard to get up the hill. What I'll do is I'll come through and plant the trees in the area of decide not to use. We can landscape paint it. I won't bother trying to level it out. Did I miss anything over here? A little easier to see from up high. I think there's a few more down in the weeds over here. Not the end of the world if I don't get them, but got all this work to make it neat and clean. I'm gonna get everything I can. I may see another one or two from the tractor I'll hop out and get. So hard to tell from the ground. One more look. Oh, there's one up here. I don't see any more down here. We shall soon find out, though. I'm sure I've missed something. All right. Let's drive around this edge one more time. I think it was oh, there's the stump I missed. And it was out in the open. That does not want to. It's not a rock. Let's try this. Oh well. It's in an area that's most likely going to get painted anyway. All right. can stay. Just smooth this edge out because I cut in and out so many times. There's a stump I missed. Alright, that's good. Hiding in the green bush. Wasn't that one? There it is. Alright. Good stuff. So that's got that cleaned up. Our grass is good to go. We won't be cutting it for probably 2 to 3 months, February at the earliest. So I'll just get this put away at the shed, and I think that's going to be it, y'all. Feel like we got a lot accomplished. Got that damn stump out of the ground. I was not sure what was going to happen with that, but just had to dig down, get the hit box, get it gone, build it back up. We used level and slope to get the ground back, re-subsoiled it. You can't even tell we did anything now. Got the grass field stone picked and fertilized and seeded. And we got the hill part of the trees down, which is probably the part I was least looking forward to. So we just have about, I'd say maybe 20 to 25% of the field left to clear, and we can plant and set the timer on how long it's going to take those to mature. I think by next stream I will have figured out if we're going to do pine or spruce over there. But that'll be good. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. So, yeah. I'm going to head off and make some dinner. But until next time, y'all take care. Be good.